how I like to be formal sometimes.
Oh yes,
It's been a rough couple weeks.
you can call me Mr. Chambers if you're more comfortable.
Thank you. Can I call you Mr. Chamberlain?
You can call me Mr. Chamberlain. Uh,
Yes, thank
it's
you.
good to have kids around again.
It's just nice to get away from the city, honestly.
Yeah, it's very very quiet out here. As
It
you're
really
talking,
is.
the next one to arrive is our dear Alex, driving in her very fancy. Uh, not at all fancy. It's probably a Honda.
Probably something like that.
And you see the two of them talking quietly. The elder man, his hair is gray. Baldness is starting to show, but he doesn't let that get to him.
Well, I parked the car next to the into this whatever there's near to park a car with, and I walk over to T and Mr. Chamberlain and shout, "Gracie, it's been a while. It's good to see you again."
Alex! I'm just like, I'm gonna hug her, like, real tight.
I of course hug back.
I've missed you. It's been so
I
long.
missed you too. And then slightly whisper into your ear, "He's a bit creepy, that old dude."
I know.
He doesn't hear what you're saying at all.
So, you have any idea of when?
No, I actually don't really know. I know we should meet around now, but again, some of us likes to be late.
As
That
you
is
say
true.
late, another car drives up in the driveway, and it is Ernest.
Well, I park next to where Alex parked, I presume, where if there's space there. Um, and I sort of slowly get out of my car and I look over and I wave.
Hey!
I give
And
a disapproving wave.
I approach them.
Hey, Ernest!
Hello. Good to
By
see
the
you
way,
all.
guys, this is Mr. Chambers. He
Uh,
is our keeper of our little yeah, well,
yeah,
our little vacationary location.
I am sorry that Martha couldn't be here. She's the one who used to talk to your parents, but she's been a little off since.
Hmm. I hope she's doing all right. She's like,
She's doing fine. Still searching for him, though.
yeah. Any
Searching
idea
for
what
who?
happened to him?
No, he just disappeared along with the late renters of the house. Didn't hear?
Who was he?
I'm sorry if that may have like flown across my head, but no.
I assumed your parents would have told you. Luke, my son.
Yes.
But
Yeah, I remember.
none the matter. You kids have fun. Uh, here's the key. You
Thanks.
know where we live. If you need anything, I'll
I
phone
have
up
your number.
the bridge.
I grab the key.
I have the key.
I take
Don't
the key
grab it out
from.
of my hand, Alex.
I take the key from you.
No.
Calm down. No arguing.
You kids have fun. He just waves it off and starts walking out the driveway. He walked all the way. As this happens, you instead see the next person arrive, which is Felix.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Felix,
Felix, been a
nice
while.
to see you again.
See you're all here. And you, Gracie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Missed you.
Missed you too. I want to look around. Where's my boyfriend?
You see him trying to take all of the luggage out of the car in one trip, and this is like both of your luggages, like 2 big suitcases and some fishing rods, and your hats, and your like blown up stuffed animal pool floaty thing. Just like standing there, like,
Oh, hey, sir, let me help you. Let me help you.
oh, no, it's fine. I got this.
Are you sure?
He's a strong, independent man.
You're right. I'm not here. Take this.
All right, thank you, thank you. Yes.
As this happens, the last person, the one who invited you all out here, arrives. Cosmo.
Yeah, I slowly drive into Grace's car.
You drive into my car?
Yeah.
No, my car!
Yeah, and then I jump out and scream, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
You
And this
you
dude.
bumped my car!
Yeah,
Hey!
it's just a little bump.
Hey! Dude!
Just a little bump. It's fine.
Well, everyone, I want to point over to David. So, this is my boyfriend, David.
He's still standing with like most of the luggage still. It's like, hi.
Good.
David,
Nice
this
to
is
see you again, David.
all my friends from high school.
What's
Oh,
up, David?
It's very nice to meet you all. I've heard a lot from you, from Gracie, and I must say, a friend of Pumpkin is a friend of mine.
Honey? Don't
Oh, I'm
say
sorry.
that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of your friend.
That's private.
But you're just so. I'll
Yeah.
do this
Later.
later. I promise.
Yeah. Goodness gracious.
But
Well, nice to meet you,
Jesse?
David. I'm Ernest.
nice to meet you too, Ernest. What was it you did again?
Oh, I do a little bit of politics debating here and there.
Ah, thought I might have seen you on the television.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's impressive work you do.
Thank you. I try real hard. Make it a better place for everyone.
And you who bumped into Gracie's car.
Yeah, that's me. Hey, I'm Cosmo. Yeah, I've been traveling the world a lot.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. You'll have to tell me more one day.
Yeah, of course.
Still running around like a vagabond?
Yeah,
Yeah,
know it.
I knew it.
it's fun that way.
Of
And
course it is.
guessing from the apparent greeting, you must be Alex.
That's true. Nice.
It's very nice to meet you. I've heard you.
Get that again, sorry?
It's very nice to meet you. I heard the two of you were really.
Yeah, we are. We were, I still probably. It's just been a...
I don't hate you, girl.
I don't hate you either, darling.
And then the last on the line must be.
Yeah, Felix. So,
Oh, nice to meet you.
yeah. I see you're the new boyfriend.
Well, I certainly hope so. Otherwise, I've been misinformed.
Yeah, then you've been misinformed for 4 months.
4 months, yes. That's a big misinformation right there.
Definitely. No, you are definitely my boyfriend, David.
Good to know, because I also think that you're my girlfriend.
Well, thank you. I'm happy to know.
Right?
Okay, well...
So
Ash
this
is-
is kind of awkward.
As you're standing there in this now slightly awkward silence, you hear the thump of a car door, and this tiny girl who's probably in her teens, but the height still hasn't kicked in, just stomping around. You like me in the car?
No, I didn't.
Alex, is that who I think it is?
No.
Okay, you
I
totally
didn't lock
did.
you in the car. It's not my fault you're weak.
Oh
Okay.
shit, not her again.
She's old then, like you.
I want to lean over to Alex and just like, did you really bring Irene?
What was I supposed to do? Our parents are never home.
True, but still, like, you could have texted me. We're gonna figure something out.
And what would you do?
I don't know, get her a
What could you
babysitter.
possibly-
You know I can hear you, right?
Oh, you
Hi,
can't.
Irene.
Hey, Grace.
It's nice to see you again. How you been? You're so big now.
Uh, okay, first of all, that's a lie, and you don't have to rub it in my face. I'm
What?
talking cool.
You've just grown since last time I saw you were a literal child.
Okay, you're forgiven. But only because you're cool. Okay?
Thank you, I guess.
But you notice she's wearing a pentagram shirt.
Okay. I will loyally hold up my pentagram necklace. just for funsies, just to please the girl.
She thinks you're cool, and she runs around and it's like, should I hug you? She hugs you, all of you.
Okay.
Okay, I step back.
So,
should we get into the cabin?
Sure thing,
Seems
sure
like an
thing.
idea.
Let's.
Yeah, let's do it.
I call dibs on the first bet.
I can do it from the next.
I called
Who's
dibs on the one
biggest
after
bed?
that.
I don't care as long as I sleep.
But you don't.
You get into the
That all
house,
depends.
I am
and
going to start
very much
dinner.
It's just as you remember it. It smells, you know, has that old house smell, but in a nostalgic way. All the walls are made out of panel wood, and you know there are big open windows with nice view of the forest around you and a lake in the distance. It's all very wholesome and idyllic, and just as you remember it from your kids. The only thing is that there are no single bedrooms. It is all, you know, couples and pairs.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna grab David underneath the arm and like pick the first room and just like ours.
And he just
Well, I'll take Alex.
hours. Irene has already chosen a bed.
I can live
It
with
is
that.
the bunk bed, and she took the upper one.
Aw, top
Up.
bunk.
We can't hear you.
Oh, no, me?
No, Alex.
Alex, you're gone. Your sound.
No.
You've lost your voice.
We still can't hear you.
You.
Am I gone?
No, there you
Oh,
are.
Oh,
Back again.
what?
very
We're
quiet.
here.
Are you back?
Oh
Better?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, brilliant. I said I take the bottom bunk.
Oh no, your sound is gone again.
Yeah, the sound's gone again.
No, no.
Now that the bottom bunk has been taken, there are 2 rooms left. Some of you will have to share.
Here.
Yes, you're here
Well.
now.
Okay. Touching anything.
Well,
There's 2 rooms
Right.
left, 4 beds. Some of you will have to share. Only one can get some room.
well.
Let's leave alone.
While they decide, I go into the kitchen and start making.
Okay.
You go into the kitchen. You brought, you know, the normal amount of groceries, bit of juice for the breakfast, and eggs and bacon, of course. What do you start cooking?
I'll get back to you on that.
Yes. Okay. Great. What does the rest of you do?
Yeah, I take
I'm
the
gonna help David
lonely bed.
unpack.
so yeah, I start unpacking too.
You all start unpacking.
I'm gonna.
There are closets for your clothes with little hangers, and you know, it's the usual deal. Sadly, there is no pool in the house to go down to the lake if you want to go bathing. But overall, right now, the weather isn't looking all that nice. Actually, you might have chosen the wrong season to go bathing, fall after all, and the rain is slowly starting to trickle down outside.
I'm gonna sort of go to Cosmo. and
Making
just-
pasta carbonara.
You're making pasta, great. What did you say, Ernest?
I am gonna go to Cosmo's room and sort of just kind of knock on the door. Just be like, Cosmo,
Come in.
hey,
What's up?
are you sure we couldn't stay in the same room? We after all have something to, you know.
Yeah, but I just like sleeping alone. Don't you want to sleep with Felix?
God, no, it's been ages since we
Oh,
traveled
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well,
Okay, you can sleep in here if you want.
thank you, thank you.
What
Oh
happened?
God. Oh God. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. So the audio's back,
yeah,
the
the camera's on.
visuals and such, but not on the stream.
My goodness gracious. Should we pause for a second?
It is very bold.
So,
Well, ain't this awkward?
yeah, kind of.
Okay. Okay, we're technically back.
Technically,
Technically,
we're back. The
technically.
stream is
It works
fucked.
again.
Yeah,
I
the
think
stream's
we're
fucked
back
up.
in our right spots as well.
I think so too.
Hello,
Excellent.
That's good. Good.
It's so cool.
This is almost working.
Just almost.
Good.
I don't think we're backing up. Okay, we are.
Yeah.
We are. Now we are.
Great. Excellent.
Does that mean I get the bunk alone?
Yes,
Yeah.
you have your own queen size bed. Or king
Oh.
size.
Lovely. Fit for a king.
Exactly. Once you're done unpacking, the food is cooking. Do you have any cooking ability? Alex, how do you cook?
Yeah, your mic is off.
Do you have anything called domestic
I
art?
have wilderness survival.
Cooking spaghetti carbonara is
How
not
do I cook?
just do a straight roll. Take 2d6 and roll them and give me the number.
Oh shit!
And that's how the pasta went on the floor.
Okay, I think it went pretty well. 2 4s.
So 8. It smells nice. It's
A mediocre pasta.
lots of cheese. That is the secret. Yes, Grace.
Is there any fireplace? How is the layout of the living area?
I'm glad you asked.
Bring out the whiteboard.
We got the white. Okay, I will try and do this in a way that seems reasonable. So you have like a huge living area, a living room.
Yeah.
Yes. And then this is also, sorry, it's called a dining room.
Big
It also doubles as a kitchen. There's a door out here.
What did you call it?
And then you have, this is a living room. You know, with a television and a Wii and an Xbox and games and a pool table, all that good stuff. Then up here, you have that awkward little room lit thing. 2 of the rooms are, and then down here, you have it again,
Hi.
where the room is split. and then there's like a terrace out here with a grill. You have your own grill,
Oh.
and then there's the garden and the pool. Something like this.
Very weird cabin.
But it's a nice
Definitely
cabin.
I didn't know what else to call it.
It's a mini mansion.
It's not the cabin in the woods, it's the mansion.
Yes, you found the magical mansion in the forest.
Noise.
Of Tunania!
Sadly not, no. But that's how it looks ish.
Awesome.
And there is a fireplace in the living
I
room.
want to turn on the fireplace.
There's some firewood outside. How will you turn on the fireplace?
I will get some firewood before it starts raining, and then I will light it on fire with some newspapers and a lighter that I have in my pocket.
Smart. You quickly open the door outside and run out, get some wood, get back inside.
Yes.
Slightly wet, but nothing too bad. The rain is getting heavier and heavier. But the wood is fairly dry still. There's a little bit of a roof over where they are. Roll to light the fire. Do you have anything that would be useful?
Survival?
Do you have wilderness survival?
No.
Then you just do a straight roll.
Okay. 4.
You try to light it on fire, but you take the match, and then when you try to put it down to the newspaper, you move it too fast, and it goes out, and you try again, and the newspaper won't really catch fire.
Cosmo!
Yeah, I'm coming down now. So, yeah.
You're better at lighting things on fire than I am.
You know it. Let me
I
try.
just laugh at Gracie.
You don't get to say anything, Mr. Mediocre Pasta.
At least I'm capable of lighting a fire.
Are you really? Are you the one lighting the fire?
Do you want
No.
to swap?
Okay, girls, should I try or should I not?
Yes.
Try, go for it. While they're just yelling over your head, you're just sitting there like.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty annoyed. Okay, so wilderness survival 2, so 12.
12.
I'm good at this.
You take
Just
the
throw a
match,
Molotov
you have,
onto the
an
fire.
ember left, and you just kind of like put it to the newspaper, and it just lights up instantly, and you make a little teepee of wood, and it's on fire. This is awful.
Sorry, just keep.
Discord is mucking up. Keeps mucking up. I'm not even touching anything. Come on.
Everything's on fire, literally. Cosmo, what the fuck did you do?
The cabin just starts burning down slowly.
What is going on? What is actually going on?
Okay.
Okay. There we go. Do that. And desperately try to get it back online.
I'm just gonna apologize to the chat real quick.
Good job.
We're sorry, chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're sorry.
We
It's a-
very much apologize for the inconvenience.
it's our very first time. It
We don't know what we're doing.
no.
Not at all.
We've desperately tried to prepare, and
We failed
sometimes
anyway.
things go wrong. Sometimes things go wrong.
But don't worry, as soon as we can be social with each other again, we will sit in the same room. Hopefully we will sit at our actual haunted house and do this instead, and it will be awesome. Don't worry.
Yes.
Yeah, but social distancing. Distancing.
We're
That's
being
remaining
responsible.
quarantine, kids. Wash your
I have
hands.
to stop myself
Wash
from
your
making
hands.
terrible
Stay
jokes.
Wash
Stop
your
home.
hands, keep distance, and disinfect. Disinfect your surroundings.
Okay, great. We're all back online.
I'll just leave out some.
So, you're all settled in. Dinner's cooked. Irene helps at the table. And you sit down and eat for the first time. The rain is pouring down outside. You can barely see the lake from here. And, you know, that sound of every time the raindrops hit is it's kind of cozy, but it's also, you know, slightly annoying.
So anybody want a glass of wine?
Oh,
Yep.
I'd love one.
I'll take one.
I could go for one too.
I don't drink.
I look over at David and I'm like, honey, get the fun bag.
No.
We'll get the fun.
Well, I have a
Little
fun bag too.
sister is still here.
Your
We
sister
will
doesn't
wait
get
until-
to drink the wine. She can get some fruit punch if she wants to.
I
I'm
don't know.
not gonna deal with you guys drunk.
Does
Well,
anyone
I'm
know
not
what-
allowed
what
to
the
drink
clock
because
is?
my sister's.
I know what wine is.
Yeah. Can we just lay her to bed?
I agree.
You haven't even
Irene, go to sleep.
yet.
Okay, I am the holder of the wine, so I say that, Irene, you're not old enough to drink. The rest of us will have a glass of wine for dinner, and when she's put to bed, then we can go crazy.
That makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Looks over at David. Honey, the fun bag.
I'll get the fun back.
How much tequila is in the bag?
Honey, how much do you think there's in the bag?
He brings back a duffel bag.
Knowing the amounts of shit we usually drink back in the day, we've all grown up to be responsible adults. I'd say there's about 2 bottles
Alex, don't
each.
set a bad example for Irene. You would never drink underage, would you?
Of course not. Of course I.
We were not drinking at all when we were her age.
no.
Irene eyes you suspiciously because she was there when you drank at your age. And you know.
Yeah, she's seen some shit. So can we
That
just lay
is
her
an
to bed?
understatement.
Irene, and I'm just like, you didn't see anything.
I saw nothing.
You
I
saw
especially
nothing.
saw nothing for an ice cream.
Exactly.
You get it.
So
David
Yeah.
comes back.
Why aren't you 6 years old anymore? I just give you a tub of ice cream to go disappear.
Because I have grown up to be a responsible adult model teacher.
You're 16.
Since when am I 16?
I don't know.
Have you forgotten your own sister's age?
I love you too. David comes back with a duffel bag filled with alcohol, and he sips it up, clinking around for some wine. And you're used to, you know, like the store-bought 2 liters in a box wine, and this is actually some pretty nice wine.
I saved it for the occasion.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he takes out another one and puts it on the table. And
We have a red and a white and I don't even know.
yeah, take the wine.
rosé
I took the
and
white wine.
a Chardonnay, just
Yes.
because we didn't know what you guys were gonna make for dinner.
Mm.
And then he takes it and puts it up on a top shelf where Irene can't reach it.
I'm just gonna nod very accepting to my boyfriend.
Yeah, he gets how chill can be, especially the rebellious one.
I'm just gonna open
Yeah,
the wine and pour glasses.
because we weren't rebellious at all.
We would never.
We were
never,
good Christian,
never.
sophisticated children that respected the rules, respected
Always
the
did
lore,
our
and
homework.
totally didn't drink ourselves into the bushes every second weekend.
I'm gonna
sometimes
look
during
over
the
at
week as
Cosmo
well.
and look at his legs.
What?
I'm gonna look over at Cosmo and look at his legs, and then make eye contact with him.
Why are you looking at my legs?
Oh, you don't remember, or were you too drunk?
I think I was. Oh. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
now. Yeah. So like, yeah.
What do you remember? Am I supposed to know about this?
Oh,
No.
you want to hear what happens when you drink yourself into the ground? Then there's consequences.
I would love to hear that story.
No.
Cosmo,
Yeah,
do you
no.
want to tell it or should I?
No.
You tell it. You tell it.
No.
Okay. Alex, forgive me for I have sinned.
No. No. No.
It will teach her a valuable lesson about not drinking.
So before she tells it,
I am hearing nothing.
so before she tells it, yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed.
No, you're not. We haven't eaten dinner yet.
I'm not gonna go
Come
to
on,
bed.
sit
I'm
down.
just gonna
Have a
go
glass
find
of
the
water.
tequila.
Yeah, I'm going with Alex. We need some tequila.
Oh, honey, bring it from the fun bag. I'm gonna take these off because it's time for stories.
They're still a
on because it's time for a story.
Irene kind of looks at you guys and goes, I mean, if I get to take the good ice cream and it's mine for the rest of the trip, none of you touch it. I will go to my room and I
Deal.
will stay there.
You have a deal.
Deal.
Go. Now. Grab the ice cream, go to your room.
Also, I demand a rematch with Felix because last time when we played Mario Kart, he cheated.
Felix, I'm giving your services up to a
Now,
18-year-old.
that's not honest behavior, Felix.
I was just doing what I could to win, and I did win, so there's no problem there.
Yes,
And
but
Alex,
I
you
do
can't just
remember-
give my services away to other people. They're my services.
Are we really gonna have a fight about this young woman offering us to leave us to our adult businesses for a 10-minute round of Mario Kart?
Is
Absolutely
it
not.
because you're scared?
No, please.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Are you
Just do it, Felix.
scared?
Felix.
Take one for the
If
team.
our friendship has ever meant anything to you, yes, I'm pulling that card.
Fine. I'll play
Yay!
a game. Mario Kart.
Okay, we do it tomorrow morning at 9. If you're not there, you lose.
Fine.
Past the freezer, grabs the good ice cream. It's the real good ice cream. And then she leaves.
Worth it.
Absolutely worth it, Felix.
Tequila?
She has the ice cream. We have the fun juice.
Mm.
So
that story.
Anyone ready for a story?
Oh, we're still doing that.
Yes, we are doing that. Because that's what tequila reminds me of that night. And it will forever do.
Well, cheers to that.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Oh no.
Oh no. This messes up the order.
Oh fuck! Who am I now?
I have done magic. I have become.
I will. Apparently, I can't just let my computer be. I have to actually be active on Discord every while over here. Wow.
Alright.
I'm just waiting for something to happen.
Okay.
Cue the
Everybody-
chainsaws.
There's no chainsaws for that story specifically. I don't think we ever played with chainsaws, Cosmo. I don't think.
Don't remember?
You underestimate my power.
Well, that's your story to tell. If I
Yeah, okay,
remember
fair.
it, because you apparently don't remember when you fell through a floor.
I don't remember that because I hit my head and got a concussion.
That wasn't you. That was
No,
Cosmo.
you wasn't there.
You weren't there, Alex. No, that was when you fell on the steps in front of my house when we were drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Seems you
Okay.
guys do a lot of drinking.
Honey,
Yeah,
you know
that's
me. You know me. I love to have a good time.
Yes, and you know how to have a good time. Don't ever doubt that.
But the story is that Cosmo and I we bought tequila because my brother's friend bought us some tequila because that's the whole shebang and how that happens all the time.
Be honest, we all had fake IDs at that point.
I
You
actually
bought the
forgot
tequila
mine
yourself.
that day. I forgot mine. By the way,
Mhm.
Thomas says hi, Cosmo.
Hey, say hi again.
But anyway, and then we decided after we drank about half the bottle that it would be fun to go to. Do you guys remember the old McKellen house, the one that was abandoned, the one
Yeah.
that was up on the on Flater Street?
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah, that house. We decided to go in and go up on the second floor and keep on drinking. And then Cosmo decided to have a fucking dance party. And
as the
And I named that
responsible
shit.
adult he is.
and the thing is, it was all well and good until I turned around for a second, and then I just heard a and then Cosmo was like sitting with his arms on the floor. He fell through, and I had to carry him home to my place.
The thunder is beginning outside, and there are flashes of blue across the sky as it snakes its way over, and it's starting pretty far in the distance. But while you were sharing this story, it has gotten closer and closer to the house.
Well, fuck.
But if we're doing embarrassing stories, Gracie, let's talk about the time you decided to play stripper on a flag.
I did not. I did.
You
That
did?
was one time. One time.
Yeah, I want to hear that story.
That
Shut
was
up,
3
Cosmo.
times.
Yeah, me
I hear
too.
that story too, ain't
That
gonna
was
lie.
3 times.
3 times. What?
As
That
you
happened
said
3
that,
times.
It
as
was
you
a
say that,
it was a phase, okay?
and as you say that, there's a huge thunder strike that actually hits the chimney of the house where the fire is supposed to be, and from the living room, you're in the dining room eating, there's suddenly this yellow reddish light shining from underneath the door, and it feels very warm.
Is
Oh,
anything
shit.
on fire?
Guys.
We should probably go check that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get up and
Definitely.
walk towards the.
I follow.
What?
Get up and walk towards the living room.
I join
You
Alex.
walk towards the living room, and as you grab the door and open it, you see that the light is not fire. It looks like something living is slowly crawling out into the dining room, up along the walls. It is so bright that it hurts your eyes just to look at it. And
I quickly just close the door again.
you can't. It's already in the room. Even if you close it, it's underneath the door, it's up along the wall, and within seconds, the entire room is now completely lit up. You can hear
So,
this ringing sound filling your ears. It hurts. Your head is pounding. Adrenaline's rushing through your body. And suddenly, it all stops.
What the fuck was that?
What in the hell?
Shit.
It's dark. There is nothing. And then
Gracie, Cosmo,
You realize-
Felix.
you need to open your eyes. And you're laying down on the floor. Hard, cold, slightly damp concrete floor where all around you the walls are yellow and crackling, and there's used machinery everywhere that seems to be not working for many ages. Pipes exposed and leaking. It looks awful. And as you begin to notice the surroundings, you see a woman sitting on the floor with a bunch of papers, frantically going, "No, that was not what's supposed to happen. This is not supposed to happen."
Ma'am?
While another man looks at you and slowly reaches back and pulls out a gun and points it towards you, going,
Okay, calm
Yes,
down.
Anna.
"The fuck are you?"
No.
Calm down. No reason to use that.
We're unarmed.
Oh.
We're
How did you tell me? Gabby, what happened? And the woman on the floor looks up at him. I have no fucking clue. This is not what's supposed to happen.
What was supposed to happen?
We were supposed to go home. Is what was supposed to happen.
Okay,
Go home?
sir. Could,
Yeah,
What?
but
Sir,
that
sir,
didn't work.
please. We don't know what's going on. Could you please point the gun away? Put down
Yeah.
the gun. It's
Yeah, please.
okay.
No reason to use it.
He looks at you and kinda takes the gun away. Stuffs it back, but it's clear that he's ready to draw it again.
Okay. Now that we've all calmed down, how about we explain our side of the story? You explain yours. You go first. We apparently intruded on you. Okay?
Okay.
So there was suddenly this bright living light that surrounded you in. We were in a cabin and suddenly this just got brighter and brighter and brighter, and then bang, we're here.
You say a bright light.
Yeah.
Was it a thunderstorm?
There was a
Yes.
thunderstorm.
I
Yes.
think so.
And you were at Sunnyside camping?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Shit. Okay. So it kind of worked. We were supposed to go there. But we're not there. How to best explain? That happened to us too. Like a few weeks ago. I'm Luke, and that's Gabby.
Wait, are you Mr. Chambers' son?
You know my dad.
Shit,
I
that's
know
right.
Mickey, yeah. We used to go camping here when we were younger.
Yeah.
You did? I don't think I
Yeah.
remember. And that's when something behind his eyes just kind of clicks, and he slowly blinks. And wait, are you the kids that used to get shit faced and smash the fence?
Yes, that's us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi.
A little bit.
Guilty.
But you're supposed to be like 18 years old.
No,
What?
You, as
that
far as
was
I can
years ago.
understand,
No.
you
That was 3 weeks ago.
Luke, no, I'm 22.
yeah.
It's Grace.
Yeah.
No.
You've been gone for
That's a
a long
lie.
time.
Okay, first of all, that's a lie.
Okay.
Okay, Luke.
Calm down.
Luke, calm down. I know this is weird. This is just as weird for us as it is for you. There's no reason to point the gun. You've
Just-
been gone for at least 4 years.
Luke, you know us. We might have become older, but you can recognize us, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Do any of you have social skills?
Like real life,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
No?
yeah, I do. Actually.
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. Why would I not? I do.
Then
I mean, I have
two.
social sciences.
Social sciences is a very valid skill to use right here.
I have interrogation.
I have etiquette.
I have seduction.
Use that!
Make him question his own sexuality.
Oh, gladly. Yeah, I will try to seduce him into thinking that, you know, it makes perfect sense in some way or form that he knows, but we don't obviously know. Like,
Roll for it.
yes.
Natural maximum. Come on.
Okay.
I can't say natural 20, so.
So that
It's
would
sad.
be
There are no natural anything.
So that would be a 6 and a 3 plus 3, so that's 12.
You get a 12. Alex also got a 12. Anybody else also try?
Yeah, I like to try as well.
Me too.
9.
Okay, 9, 12, and
8.
8. He gets slightly confused for a moment. Mostly because last time he saw you, you were literal children in his mind. And again, he kind of lost the gun, but this time he keeps it. Like, he has to be sure you're real. You're saying I have been gone for at least 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
He looks down at the woman, and is that even possible? Somebody, I have no idea. I am as lost as you are. You're supposed to be the smart one.
I mean, we were transported here through lightning, or like a light or something. I think skipping some years is the least weird. Like physically transporting. I feel like
Don't worry. You're about to see weird stuff. Lightning transporting you is gonna.
okay.
How do we get on from? Where's Julian? And he suddenly looks around. Where's Claude? And
Who's Claude?
The woman on the floor goes, Claude is my friend's husband.
Speaking of which,
Okay.
David,
Let's just try and get a few things straight here. What year are each of you?
Well, we were. I was delivering the key to Gabby and Claude and Julian, Rika, and then a storm was coming, and I got invited inside for coffee, but that was in 2016.
that's 4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's 2020 now.
We're from 2020.
It's clear to see that his mind is not handling this information all too well. Grace?
I would like to look for my boyfriend, please.
You see him on the floor, still asleep.
I'm gonna go over and like shake him. Honey, wake up!
As you shake him, there's a moment of,
Honey, are you alright?
He's not really responding. But he seems to be breathing.
I'm gonna check his pulse real quick.
Do you have any medical knowledge?
I will take a look. Yes, medical 2.
Roll for it.
So that's a 7.
You find his pulse. Like you try his wrist first, but you're shaking too much to notice, and then you try his throat, and you find it. It's weak, but it's there.
Okay. Where's Irene?
Holy shit, Irene! I look around the room.
Do you have any looking ability?
I mean, I have military science, and within military there's recon.
Go for it.
Where's my dice? 7. No, 8. Yes.
As you look around, you notice that over in the corner, underneath a very big-looking jacket blanket thingy, there's something moving. Looks relatively small.
I slowly go towards it and lift up the jacket.
I'm gonna follow behind her.
Me too.
You all of you walk over there, and as you slowly reach out, you grab a piece of cloth and pull it back, and as you do, you hear a ear-piercing scream from a little kid, but it's not Irene. And in the moment of the scream, you see the gun is back up, and
I stand between Luke and the kid. Okay, calm down. Okay,
Fucking hell, Julian!
calm down.
Okay.
Julian.
That's Julian, the kid I was talking about. What are you doing over there? And the kid looks up, really shaking. Like, really scary, and I was trying to hide, maybe.
I want to kneel down to Julian and just like reach out my hand to him. It's just like, it's okay. My name's Grace.
Mom said I'm not supposed to talk.
Well, I just told you my name, so we're not strangers anymore, Julian. I'm not gonna hurt you. I know Luke. We've known each other for years.
He looks over at Luke, and Luke goes, "It's true," and kind of, yeah, it's true. And Julian gets up and stands, and he looks like a literal child. He's probably around 10 years old.
It's alright.
Slightly skinny, has very choppy hair that looks like it hasn't been washed for weeks. He's
Okay, I'd like to look around the entirety of the room to see like the layout of the room dealing with here. Any exits like that?
There are 3 exits. It looks to have been some sort of storage room hall thingy, and there's a huge exit at one end, probably for loading in cargo and loading out cargo, and then 2 doors at the opposite end for entering it. Meanwhile, the woman on the floor is still going, "What the actual fuck?" around with these papers, throwing them everywhere. And those of you who have any sort of historical or occult knowledge will notice that these papers seem to have symbols of occult origin on them. And she ignores all of you completely. She is gone from that world. You also notice Luke is like signaling for Julian to come over here so he can like take care of him. And on the floor there seems to be different symbols that have been drawn in something that looks like a dark liquid, and also a ball of sorts that looks to have some sort of crushed something in it.
Is it something I can recognize?
Roll either occult knowledge or something about physical sciences or biology.
Well, I have a cold, so okay. 11.
11. You easily scan. It's some kind of crystal. But as far as you know, the crystal is not supposed to be, into a tiny bit pieces. It's supposed to be one large crystal, and it's not supposed to be able to shatter like this unless something like a lightning strikes it.
Alright, I want to go over to the little bowl and I want to like pick up a little bit of the pulverized crystals between my fingers and see if it's the temperature of it.
You reach down and it feels sticky almost. It's not acting like a crystal should be. It doesn't feel like sand. It feels more like wet powder that kind of sticks to your fingers, and as you hold it, you have this kind of tingly feel, almost as if you're supposed to know something, but you're just not there yet.
I'm gonna. I usually keep little glass jars with me.
Yes.
For my oils and stuff, so I put a little bit of it into a glass jar, and then I put it in my
A
pocket.
jar of shattered crystal.
In the meantime, I would like to ask Luke about, was it Claude? He said.
Yes. Claude.
So he's not here right now, is what I can gather.
No,
Someone.
he was supposed to take care of Julian during the ritual. He was standing right over there, where you showed up.
Yes. So in theory, if we switched places with this Claude, would he know if he found a younger person that to take care of them? If he doesn't know them even.
I mean, he has a kid.
Okay, good.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, because we also had a younger girl left at the cabin.
Didn't get through to.
Mm.
That's something at least.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah,
do
but-
we know
but-
about this place?
Alone with him?
What?
She's alone with Claude.
Supposedly?
Do you have any responsible adults that are gonna come by and pick her up or anything?
No, she
But
came
then
with us.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
the responsible adult,
Yeah.
Hello.
except Felix.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, Felix.
So while they're talking, I'm trying to sneak up on Luke.
You're trying to sneak up on Luke.
Yeah, so I can take the pistol from him.
Roll some sort of stealth.
Okay, I have stealth. So 13.
Damn.
Luke is very shaken and is currently focusing on the fact that there is a guy that he barely knows, alone with a little girl, and you sneak up behind him, and he's holding the gun in his hand. Do you want to grapple him?
I have sleight of hands, so
Roll sleight of hand to just kind of snap it out of.
okay.
This is gonna go wrong.
8.
Okay. You sneak up from behind, and you quickly jab in and grab the gun. And the moment you do so, he elbows you right in the nose.
Fuck.
Cosmo!
I'm sorry.
Okay,
I have to
what-
try something.
You take a minor damage.
Okay.
And he goes, "Holy fuck, dude! Why would you do that?
He's a
Give me back my gun.
kleptomaniac.
Give it back!"
Everybody calm
No.
down.
Okay, calm
I
down.
I
Calm
quickly
down.
shoot Luke.
What?
No,
What?
yeah, just in the foot, just in the foot.
Okay, roll a ranged attack.
12.
You point the gun and pull the trigger, and it says, "There are no bullets in it."
Dude!
He just lets it.
That's not so.
Okay, Cosmo,
What?
give me the gun.
Cosmo, what the actual
I,
shit?
I give the gun to Alex. There you go.
Thank you. I
Luke
put it.
is- What the fuck, dude? Why would you do that?
I want to
Let's
slap Cosmo
just
across the
Shoot us.
calm down, okay? This is none of this is gonna help. I don't even know where we are right now, but if we're gonna get out of this somehow, we're gonna have to calm down and stick together, and not try to shoot each other in the foot.
Okay.
Cosmo.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's have a plan next time. Maybe sort out some nods or something to then initiate these kind of things. Because
And
There
they should
shouldn't be
shooting each
anything
other?
to initiate.
He wasn't going to kill him, but he was trying to shoot us.
He didn't!
he didn't!
Yeah, but he was
And
close
you
to.
almost
He's
did.
just scared!
Okay, look.
What you do?
Look. Luke has met us before. We've met Luke before. Luke has met these people before. I pointed Gavin,
Yeah, but-
whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
but Luke pointed a gun at us.
That is true, but would you not do that if someone suddenly appeared in front of you?
And you didn't immediately recognize them?
Maybe.
And you're already stuck in somewhere you don't even know, and only 4 years, and you're.
Your sound is
Yeah,
gone.
your mic is gone.
Cut out.
There it's back.
But there is a point to the
Heartfelt
fact that
moment. No audio.
Yeah, but he knew it was us afterwards. And he still
did not
pointed the gun.
recognize.
it's still,
And
I
he's
mean,
scared.
he can understandably be confused and in doubt, because
Yeah, and I was scared. So
You hear
That's
from the
amazing.
door, the woman just shout, "Could you all shut the fuck up?" while I try and figure this out. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
And you can just see Julian, who was standing right next to Luke when you tried to shoot him.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, buddy,
No,
hey,
please,
calm
please
down.
don't,
It's
please
okay.
don't,
It's
please
okay.
don't,
Hey,
please don't.
hey, Julian? Julian, is it?
Sorry.
No, get away from me. And look, he runs back behind Gabrielle on the floor. On the other hand, you will get a tiny message if I can find you in here. How do I message people? There.
Name and use message.
Cosmo, would you kindly cross off "Don't make others cry"?
Sorry.
Principles.
Oh.
There.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, I am not friends with you on this account.
You know?
No, I have 2 accounts running currently.
So can you send a friend request or something?
Yes, if everybody just kindly sends me a friend request to the soundbot, be nice.
To the sound. Okay.
Yes. Because that is an awkward thing that I did not remember. Very, very awkward. I am gonna send it again. Have you received it?
Yeah.
But yeah, as you see him run away crying, something inside of you just kind of lets go, and you can feel that something is coming. And with that, we will now take a break for approximately half an hour, and we will be back that's at 2050, if I remember correctly. Yes, excellent. And hopefully, all will be well.
Yay!
Yes. Let me. All right.
We have just
The
in the first half session have already been this close to killing somebody.
I did not expect that.
I didn't either, and you made a kid cry.
Yeah.
This is Peter. Last night, Peter was out partying with his friends. Later, Peter went to see his girlfriend. This is Jane. Jane stayed home last night. Jane is smart. Be like Jane. Stay the home. Here's Peter. Peter looks completely healthy. He's not. Stay the home.
It's me.
Sorry to begin.
Welcome back, everybody.
I have
We'll
magically
try
made
to
a team here.
fix out some of the troubles with our tech in the break, and everything should be just a little bit better now. If you are new and just joined because you're late to the party, we are part of Dystopia Entertainment, and we are doing this because it's very difficult to make a haunted house when you're not supposed to be more than 10 people. And if you are interested, you can find out more at dystopia.pk, where we also have our web shop and some of our awesome. Not yet.
God.
Yet they
Go check it
should
out.
happen.
They have awesome pictures and videos and lore about this world that we're playing in. But yes, before the break, our dear 5 players went out to a cabin in the woods, and when lightning struck, they woke up somewhere they have never been before and met 3 strangers. I am echoing of somebody.
We don't know who it is.
And after our dear Cosmo tried to disarm and shoot an other survivor, we ended the game as he lost one of his principles and went down in sanity. All of these characters have 3 principles that if they break, they will lose sanity. So this is going to be interesting. We have the first break.
Today's word is excessive force.
No, today's word is not excessive force. It is what the heck is going on. So let's resume as Julian ran crying to Gabrielle to try and hide behind her on the floor, as the 5 of you were standing around Luke to try and convince him about what the heck was going on.
Well, I'd just taken the gun from.
Oh, you're a bit laggy.
Yes, you started lagging, and you need to speak up.
I just said I've just taken the gun away from Cosmo and put it away. So
Yes.
immediate threat has been.
You took the gun away from him and put it somewhere, God knows where. So it is no longer a threat. It was unloaded. There never were any bullets in it.
Oh god.
Luke is still sitting there. What the actual fuck? Why would you do that?
He pointed a gun at us. I had to.
I pointed a gun at you. You don't know what's out there. I do. What if you were some new crazy thing out to kill me?
Yeah, but you've seen me before. And
Exactly.
you knew it was me.
Exactly. I did not know. Last time I saw you, you were a kid.
Fair point.
I mean,
With that being
What is
said,
out there then?
yes.
Lucian.
Huh?
Alex.
You were.
I was just finishing my tea,
Okay.
so I gave off a slight burp. I wasn't saying anything.
But
I don't think so, anyway.
then what is out there?
I would like to know that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
You will find out soon enough because we just made something that created a slight storm, and we need to move. Gabrielle's on the floor going, help me gather these papers. We need all of them. And she starts taking them on and trying to draw the circle that she has made on the floor to reevaluate it later. And it's taking quite a bit of time.
I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna help her gather the paper.
You help her gather the paper, and she says thank you, and just starts focusing on drawing whatever the hell is on the floor. We lost Cosmo. Julian is trying to hold on to her, and she's like, "Not now, Julian." And it's clear to see that he is straight out crying, and she's like, "This is why I never had kids."
Mood.
You know what? You take care of calming him down. I'll gather the rest of the materials. I know a lot about the as well, so don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Great. Who's the unconscious guy on the floor, though?
That's my boyfriend.
Yeah, we should probably.
Julian, why don't you go over to Luke, and I'll go take a look at the nice man on the floor, yeah?
Yeah, he appears to be asleep.
She goes over and lifts his eyelids up, just realizes she doesn't have a light to shine into his eyes, and just kinda, I think he might have a concussion.
I'm gonna go over there and just like looking for bruises in his hair, face, something.
Do you have medical knowledge? You do.
I think. Let me just.
I could go over and help.
You are welcome to come over and help.
Hey, Gracie, how's he doing?
I don't know. I'm a little frantic. Can you take a look at him? Like, he may have a concussion. I don't know.
Sure, I'll have a look at him. Just calm down. You're gonna be okay. I'm going to... Can I roll for like a medical?
Yes, you can.
10.
10. It isn't a concussion. He probably just has his body in a state of shock, and he needs something to snap him out of it.
Grace, he's going to be okay. He just needs to take a bit of a rest, and then he's probably in shock like the rest of us. He's just taking it more laid back, in a way. Laid so far back that he's lying on the ground. But he is fine. You're fine.
Can we do anything to, like, get him, I don't know, snap him out of it?
I mean, we
You could try, but be careful.
I mean, if we
give him a shock so he wakes up, maybe, but don't give him a shock that he has a heart attack or anything.
Can you hold him up, please?
Sure. Gabby, like, lifts his upper body, just like...
I take my rings off, and I slap him across the face.
Roll a melee attack.
I will. I don't want to kill him.
When you use a skill. Just tiny line that you have used the skill. 7. Oh, right. He's unconscious. It's very difficult to defend against that. You give him a nice backhand across the cheek.
Wake up!
And as you shout at him, his eyes just burst open wide, and he is almost ready to like run up and attack something, when the lady just kind of grabs him around the chest, going, "Calm down!" and it's like, "Ah!"
It's okay, honey. It's okay.
What the? I mean, are you okay?
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
Well, then I'm okay.
What
My
happened?
ring's back on.
What happened?
You were
Where are we?
unconscious, and I snapped you out of it. And Felix helped make sure that you might have a concussion, honey. You need to take it easy.
Yeah, you don't. I feel better. I just had this wild dream.
What did you dream?
So we were sitting drinking tequila, and all of a sudden there was a fire in the house, and then we got teleported out in the middle of nowhere.
Honey, look around you.
This isn't a dream, is it?
No, unfortunately not. Do you remember when I told you about Mr. Chambers' son? When we talked?
Oh, right. Oh, tragic
He's
story.
standing right over there. I'm gonna point.
Is this some sort of attack thing?
I don't know, it really reminds me of a lot of Call of Cthulhu.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've read books about stuff like this happening.
That's scared off.
We said Cthulhu and we accidentally summoned him.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Honey, it's gonna be okay. Luke says that we need to move. Can you stand?
Yeah, sure, I can. He stands up. There's nothing really wrong. He just, it's like it just needs to catch up with him. Like he's still thinking about something, but it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a kiss on the cheek, and then I'm gonna turn around to Felix and give him a hug. Thank you. Is that how you react?
Yes.
This is like, thank you, and then I'm just gonna let go of him and pat him on the shoulder and go back to David.
So we're just there.
You're welcome.
David has a moment of.
So Luke, can we get an explanation on where we are and what is it that's apparently terrifying outside?
You are somewhere. Wish I know where. It's kind of sort of like a city out there, but not a city that I recognize. And there are these things in the streets.
Things.
In
Explain. Please.
need of a better word, they're zombies.
Oh shit.
You know, the creeping mounds of rotting flesh and things that try and bite you.
Are we talking Walking Dead zombies or are we talking Resident Evil zombies?
I was
There's
thinking
quite,
the exact same.
quite a difference on what we're dealing with.
You just mentioned two kinds of zombies that are the same to me.
Are
Nasty
they?
things
Do
that
they
wants
look
to
like
eat
rotting humans, or do they look like monsters?
both. I mean, there are some things out there that I haven't seen yet, but I've heard them, and I don't want to ever see them.
So we're dealing with a Resident Evil situation. Well, that's just brilliant.
Well, you seem to know what's going on all of a sudden. So
No. I just have memory of being back in the military, watching those movies and laughing at them, thinking, oh, we could easily deal with them. Now I'm in the situation, I'm like, please no.
right. Well, one thing's clear: we can't stay here anymore. So, would you kindly follow me outside so we can move on to the next place?
Do you have any idea where Claude might have taken Irene?
No clue. I have known him for 3 weeks, and in that time he has gone from a father to a stranger to something I would never even mention again.
So we
Okay.
need to find Irene.
Well, you're gonna mention now because that's my little sister he's with.
Then it's difficult to explain. This place, it changes you. Okay? You are forced to make some tough decisions out there. Trust me. And it's not nice. It's really not nice. So, if we could just pack up our stuff and move on, I'll gladly sit down and talk to you before a horde of zombies storm this place to eat us alive.
I would prefer that not happening.
Do we
Right.
have any weapons to defend ourselves with?
I had a gun. The gun had bullets. The bullets are now in some poor sot's head.
Brilliant. That's good.
Maybe there's some scraps and stuff we can find, something that's hard to bash brains in.
Yeah, do you have a chainsaw?
If I had a chainsaw, I wouldn't hand it to you.
Oh. Why?
I mean, you're welcome to look around. We honestly just got here and we're about to leave, so you have 2 minutes and you're on your own.
Okay.
Gonna search.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
Everybody are allowed to roll something that they believe is a searching skill.
Military science.
In that case, I'm
Can
gonna use that too.
powerlifting be used as a searching?
No.
But I'm like lifting up heavy objects to look under them.
You can lift up heavy objects so others can search under them.
Military sciences.
And we mark down whenever we use a skill.
Yes.
Alright.
Just a nice little line or a dot or a number or something like that.
Yes.
I've
I don't
used the
think I
same.
have any.
All right, 10.
You got a 10. Grace, what did you get?
6.
7? 6? Numbers. Ernest,
I got 7.
what skill did you use?
Military sciences.
Military sciences.
Yes.
Felix? Felix, what did you get? On which skill?
Does physical sciences count as something?
No, that's stuff like chemistry and physics and geology.
What's demolitions?
That is
Explosives.
destroying shit.
I wish I had that.
Can I find like a chair and destroy it so I could make like a weapon out of the leg of the chair?
There currently isn't any chairs, but I could suggest that you use police sciences to investigate.
No, but
Sure, I will do that.
Excellent. And Cosmo, what do you get?
Can I use navigation? So just navigate after it?
Around.
Yeah, but I don't think I have anything then.
Well, then you just do a straight up roll.
I just do a straight up roll. For fucking life.
Felix, what did you get?
12.
Oh, nice. Cosmo, you are kind of shaken from this entire experience. You kind of walk around the room, taking it all in. You're honestly mostly searching for a gun, just kind of dropping out of nowhere. You really want that gun, but it just isn't there. You find watermarks from things that have been run down the wall and a bloody handprint just across the yellow paint. Grace and Ernest, the two of you, search around and don't really find anything of importance. You find something that looks like it used to be a door, but the handle is in the middle and it can kind of be used for shielding if you try really hard. And Grace, you specifically notice all of the symbols that they have drawn up seem to be some sort of summoning ritual.
Okay. Of any specific religion or...
Not that
Yeah.
you know of, but you would say it seems kind of very occult and maybe not Christian in origin, but like...
Does it look pagan?
No, it's not pagan. Not necessarily, no.
Is it satanic?
Could be.
Eh.
Sea salt. Yeah.
Did I find a pipe? At least a pipe.
Well, yes, you can like get up and grab a pipe, and now you have like a short pipe to bash in heads.
I would like to. Can I grab more than one? Is that possible?
Can you give me
You
one?
can just take down the entire pipe.
I'm gonna take down the entire pipe. I'm gonna use all my body weight.
Most of the pipe is actually pretty sturdy still. You get like 2 pieces of this length and one that is a bit longer, but it's rusty in the middle. Felix, no, sorry, Alex, X. You try and lift some of the machines to look under them, and you end up finding some steel wire that you can use either to garrote people or to wrap around your hands as a sort of support, punchy stuff. Felix, you on the other hand, you have a feeling that you know this kind of scene, like the old warehouse where people would store or sell stuff, and you walk out one of the doors, and there is a box that is very, very hidden underneath the wall, and you open it up and you find an oversold shotgun.
What do
I
I
have
get?
What did I find?
An oversold shotgun.
And what do I find?
You found steel wire that you can use to garrote people, behead them, or
Oh,
wrap
that
around
was me. Okay.
Yes, that was you. That was your name. And Felix, you find the oversold shotgun. If you open it up, you will see that it has 2 shots.
Right, I look around and say, did anybody find anything useful?
I have some pipes. Does anybody need a pipe?
I found a bloody handprint.
I'm
So-
gonna throw a pipe at Cosmo. And then
Yeah, I got one.
I keep the long one, but I have. Does anybody else need a pipe?
I
I can use one more.
think I'll take the pipe. David says,
Yeah,
It's like-
here you go, honey.
"Thanks,
I'm gonna keep the big pipe.
pumpkin."
I found a door.
Defense.
Well done.
Yeah.
Like,
Like a-
sitting on a
I mean,
frame, or
Like a shield kind of thing.
oh, okay,
Apparently.
that's actually useful.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have this.
Damn.
Damn.
Do you find any bullets?
Yeah, I think there's some in it.
Well, one thing is for sure, we're not giving it to Cosmo.
No.
Felix, I think you should keep that.
Jeez.
Yeah, you
You
keep
It's
can
way
have a
more useful
shield.
than a pipe.
You can have a shield, Cosmo. It fits a lot more defensive style.
Yeah, I'm
rather
not
than-
gonna take it. I'm not gonna go around with a door. Just be like, yeah.
I think you should dual wield duel.
Well, I think
Well,
no
put it
matter
in a
what,
bowl,
Ernest,
right?
you should keep something.
I mean, I'm not very confrontational, sort of. Should
Yeah,
you
but you
say?
would rather want something so that you don't get like a zombie head on trying to eat brains.
Smash them in with the door.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
exactly. Bash them in with the door.
Okay. Okay, I'll take a door.
You take the door.
Yes.
Excellent. As you're finished up searching and delivering out the basically loot, Luke says, "Are you guys ready to go? Because we're leaving."
Yep.
Gabrielle's like
Yes,
trying. She has a little satchel that she's stuffing all the papers into.
I'm gonna give her the papers that I took back.
Thank you. Thank you. We
You're
will leave this
you're
for
welcome.
later. Where's Julian? Where did he go? Julian, come over here. Julian's like trying to hide in a corner. Not really comfortable with the situation anymore, especially not now that the bad guys are coming with them.
Not bad, guys.
Oh, bad guys.
He's trying to make himself very small as he just walks over beside Scabby and just, yes, I'm coming.
Can I use police sciences to comfort Julian? Because part of
That
a
would
police,
be a social science.
No, but if you think about it, part of a policeman's job is both to take care of the criminals, but also to make sure that the victims feel
It's
comfortable in the
more
situation.
crime scene investigation, finding out where things were shot from, and motives and stuff like that. It's a political science thing.
I could try.
You are very welcome to try.
Does it have to be a social science, or can I use seduction again?
You gonna
Don't seduce
a
the
child?
child.
Seduction can be more than just
I
that.
will allow you to try and persuade the child.
Yes, exactly. Because seduction is more than sexual and erotic and romantic and such.
Yeah, dude, you kind of
Talk
agree.
about that.
Alright, so there. Oh, nice. 12 in total.
What do you tell him?
Brilliant. Okay. So, Cosmo's a little rash, admittedly. But we're all friends here. We're all in danger together. If anything happens, I've got a shield here. If anything at all happens, just get behind the shield, whether you want me or Gabby behind it, or Luke or anyone. It's okay. Yeah? It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yes. Good.
And he seems kind of encouraged, and he feels a little more protected, and he walks very close to you now.
Alright.
Okay.
Adorable. Does that mean... No, you're still a stranger. He looks a little...
That's okay.
uneven.
That's okay. My name's Ernest.
Julian.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Now we're not strangers anymore.
Alright.
I like red racing cars.
Nice, nice. I like camouflage trousers.
Excuse me? What did you
Camo
say?
trousers. They're cool.
That sounds very adult.
No, it's like camo green, you know, for hiding and camouflaging.
Well, that's rich, isn't it?
Okay.
Ernest also had a red racing car when he was young.
His face just lights up just a tiny bit, like, that's
It
cool.
was a Ferrari.
Ferraris suck.
He played with it until he was 16.
Yeah, I mean, cars are cool. Racy cars are cool. Especially
Racy
the red
cars.
ones.
The red ones are faster.
Yeah.
He feels more comfortable around you now, and it's clear to see that he has calmed down. He's still a little jittery at times, especially when he sees Cosmo. But he stays by your side now. He trusts you.
Alright.
Let's agree upon that we're not going to shoot things in front of the child unless it's zombie.
And
So
preferably...
can we just let the child stay here?
No.
No, we cannot.
You want
Okay.
what?
Cosmo, I think you just shush. Just
Okay,
for now. Just shush.
Fair.
Good.
So we're leaving? Yes,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
And Luke walks out the door, no longer armed, so he is just looking around every single corner, ready to run. It's clear that his fight or flight has gone on flight.
I mean,
And
he wasn't
as you
really
get
armed
outside-
before.
What?
He wasn't really armed before either. His gun didn't have
Well-
really anything.
A gun is better than nothing. But
He's like,
when
click, click.
when you're
Zombie dead.
outside, you notice that it's getting quite dark to the point where you have to squint to see things in the distance, and you can just hear Luke curse to himself. As he says, "Okay, we have a few options. There is a tall building, not far from. One way in, one way out. Or we can go a little further out, but that might be a little bit dangerous, but it's very secluded, kind of a house. What do you guys think?
I think the house.
We go further out. The longer we get, the further away we get from this kind of civilization, the better.
You're right.
Good. point, but we also got to think about how much noise we're making and how many people we are. The
Just stay silent.
Let's split
Well.
up.
No.
Absolutely not.
I was taking the piss out of the classic horror moves that,
Yes,
that we
good,
once
good.
upon a time saw.
No.
Great.
I'm gonna go over and tap Felix on the back. It's just like, you know a lot about science and physics and probability. I know you do. What do you think is the best solution? Because for the building, there's one way in and one way out, but in there. But the other option may be secluded, yes, but that could also mean more safety. What do you think?
What should I roll for knowing which one's best?
You can roll architecture, for instance, or any skill
Military
that
or-
you deem necessary.
Architecture makes sense. So, which building is deemed safest?
Wouldn't that just be
11.
structurally?
11. Well, from a structure point of view, the tall building might be safe because it's easily defendable, but it also means that you are fish in a barrel if somebody tries to attack you and overpowers your defenses. On the other hand, the house far out, it makes it difficult to spot enemies from a distance, but it's very easy to escape from if the enemies should get close by because you can run out in whatever direction you want to. And the risk aspect, sure, the shorter you move, the more safe you are because you make less noise. But there will also someone who might notice the huge thunder strike that might have been here and that could attract something. So moving further out might also have its own risks and, rewards.
Okay, I relay that to the others very cleverly and confidently.
With percentages.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Which one do you
So, yeah.
think?
Well, me personally, taking from my scientist's perspective of things, I would say maybe the further away one, but we go in shorter bursts. So then we minimize the amount of people that can come at us and attack us. Also because we have a child with us and we're a lot of people and some people make lots of noise, Cosmo. But so maybe it's better that we go for a little while and then stop somewhere and then go for a little while and then stop somewhere and to try and get as far away from here as possible. And we don't have many weapons, so maybe the place where it's easy to run is best.
Also, then we can
I-
also
I
check more
agree.
for Irene.
Nah.
I agree that we should. I actually completely agree. We should take the one farthest way, but do it in small bursts to minimize the amount of sound we put out.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
let's do that.
Luke sees you reasoning
Cool.
and says, lead the way.
Right.
Shall do. Can I roll urban tracking to find the safest route?
Sure, I'll allow it.
Whoa. 11.
Damn. As you look around, you notice that there seems to have been a lot of shuffling steps in certain directions. Also, when you look up on the building, something seems to have grabbed on, and you navigate away from those places. And with a bit of guidance from Luke saying we have to get that way, you kind of navigate around the city. Everybody who has something in perception may roll.
Could we again use like military sciences? and
Whoa!
such?
Yeah, you can.
12 bitches.
Remember, there are no crits in this system. They're all based
know.
on how much you hit above the target number.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
12.
I don't know which one I should use for this, to be honest.
You just pick one and reason for it. It could be wilderness survival.
Well, I'm gonna go with that then. 6.
6. Grace, what did you get?
I don't have anything in perception.
Then you just roll.
Okay, sure. 4.
4, so we're 12, 4, 6. Felix?
I got 7.
That was
Look-
Ernest. You just got a 7.
Oh shit!
Felix.
Yeah, sorry, Felix. Oh, I'm.
I actually pointed towards you and thinking of you, but saying Felix, it's silly. What'd you get, Felix?
Me?
Yes.
I got 8.
8. Anybody who hits 8 or above will notice that. Okay. That you're on a one-way street. This is probably the most dangerous part of your entire trip. And
Can you repeat that?
you're on a
I just-
one-way street. It is probably the most dangerous part of this entire trip so far. And at the end of the road, you see what appears to be something large, like 2 meters tall and way too heavy to carry its own weight. And it isn't really moving as much as it is swaying. It has this weird shuffling feel to it that is not rhythmical at all and very not graceful. And as you notice it, you, Alex, you decide to look behind to see if you can run. But you notice that 2 zombies of a normal size are coming your way. They are slowly shuffling as they have heard some footsteps. None of you were really quiet in the way you walked. And now that you are a group of 7, 8 people, you're very, very noticeable.
I tell everyone to spread out a bit.
What about the child?
How do you deliver that line? How do you say it?
Well, I whisper it, of course, and tell people to spread it along, but we need to spread ourselves out. So first off, we don't make as much noise. But second of all, we have much larger easy to take down because
You are
if we're on a one-way street, we're not going to be able to. We're not going to be able to not get seen by these zombies, no matter what we do. So we might as well put ourselves into a position where we have the advantage.
Fair. I guess. I haven't seen what has happened, so. I just look at you very confused.
What?
No, same.
Yeah, I say there's 2. I point up ahead and say there's 2 zombies on our way here. There's no way that we're not gonna get seen by these zombies because it's a one-way street and we can't hide it. So let's spread out and make sure that we have the advantage that no matter where these zombies come from us, then we can easily get to them and take care of them swiftly and silently.
Yeah, I
Capiche?
can really get the fact that you were a soldier, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds
All right.
reasonable.
As you whisper that, Julian is right by Ernest's side, like kind of holding onto your sleeve a little bit. And Luke and Gabrielle just look at each other and whisper a quiet fuck, because they don't have any weapons either.
How long was that barbed wire I found?
It was not a barbed wire, it was a reinforced steel wire. And it's probably a meter.
Okay.
Grace?
You said that the pipe that I had was rusty in the middle.
Yes.
Is it rusty enough if I break it over my knee that it can actually break?
Yes, it probably could.
Can
But
I
then
do
you have
that?
to.
Yes, go ahead and roll something that you feel would be appropriate.
Mm,
Or just roll 2d6 if you don't have anything.
I have nothing. 11.
You see that they're thinking, oh fuck, and you just
And then I give one of them over to Luke. It's like, at least it's something.
you just crack it right open and head it towards him, and as you do, he is staring daggers at you because you just made a sound, a very loud snapping sound of metal being broken. Just takes it. Just, we'll need this.
You're welcome.
And everybody roll initiative.
2d6s.
2d6.
Is that just a pure roll, or can we add stuff to it?
It is a pure roll.
Okay, so guys,
Okay.
I'm gonna probably stay in the middle with Julian, keeping him safe.
Give me a second. We have entered the initiative. So, Alex, what did you get?
10.
Okay. Grace, what did you get?
10.
Did any of you roll a 6 on your dice?
Yes.
Yes.
You both did. Oh my goodness gracious. Grace, even or uneven?
Even.
You go after Alex.
Okay.
Ernest, what did you get?
Oh wait, in total, or with 6? I got 6 in total.
Right down there. Felix, what did you get?
8.
8. And Cosmo?
8.
Did any of you roll a 6?
No.
A 5?
Yeah.
Great. Then you go first. And then we have one Luke, one Julian, and one Gabby. At the top of the round, we have Alex. What you see is these two zombies coming from behind. Their heads just snap to attention as they hear this pipe crack, and they are no longer shuffling on a hunch. They are marching with, I forgot the word for it. They know where they want to go. They want to go to that sound
Haste?
because that sound is not usually there. Direction,
Haste?
that was the word I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
You can just hear them from a distance going as they get closer and closer to you. From the other side, the bigger one has heard that the two smaller ones have found something and is now slowly making its way towards you two. What do you do?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there goes the element of surprise for sure. I have reinforced steel wire. Let me be creative here. How decomposed are these zombies?
You can't really see the big one. It doesn't seem human anymore. It has lost all shape. The two other ones, one seems fairly fresh. The skin is green and slowly draping off of its face. And the other one has already lost its jaw. One arm is missing and it's really just humping its way towards you.
Okay. Time to be extremely creative. I would like to sneak around behind it, the one that's slightly decomposed.
Yeah.
Put the steel wire around the neck of it, and simply put my foot to its back and just pull, hopefully decapitating.
first roll a stealth, and if that succeeds, we'll take it from there.
Okay. Let's see. That would probably be controlled breathing.
You can do that.
11.
11. You silently trying very, very calmly to hold your breath so it doesn't notice you. And you're now behind them. Roll a melee attack.
Powerlifting. I have to. Oh.
No, you have a melee attack. You're attacking it.
Okay. 7.
You wrap the wire around its head, its neck, sorry, and you're about to push back when you push against its hip and the leg just kind of falls off. But you quickly step back, but now you have a real life zombie strangling in your arms. That marks the end of your turn. Grace, it's your turn. Cosmo, you're next.
I guess I see Alex very much struggling.
Yes.
Yes. Did the zombie turn around towards her?
The other one hasn't really had its turn yet, so no.
Okay, fair enough. But the one that she is struggling with, has it turned around?
It's missing a leg currently. It's on one leg and it's just kind of dangling around in her grasp.
Fair enough. I want to take since it seems like that at least she has a grip on it, the other zombie, I'm gonna try and take my hopefully when I broke it at an angle, but we'll see. And I want to try and jam it through the socket of the other zombie's eye, because I know that's squishy.
So the one Alex is grappling, or the other one?
The other one, because if that's close by, then it could just jump her.
Roll a melee attack.
Yes. Can I boost it with my stealth so that the zombie doesn't notice me? Okay, fair enough.
You just said you wanted to stealth before you attacked.
Well, that's fair enough. That makes sense. 10.
You walk up to it, and you have seen your friend struggling with another zombie, and you can only think of taking out the other one. Problem for it. And you just kind of half jump as you jack this pipe through its eye socket, and you can feel it hit the back of the skull, and you drag down, and now there's a zombie on the floor.
I'm gonna step my heel through try and step it through the socket, like break the skull open.
You are stamping down on its face, and you just really want this to die.
Yes.
Cosmo, you're up. Next is Felix.
Yeah. I still have the pipe gun, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna hit the zombie that Alex is struggling with, and the other leg. Try to break it off.
Yes.
So we can probably get the head off. So.
Roll a melee attack.
7.
You take this pipe and you just slam it right against the kneecap, causing it to like snap downwards. And now that it can no longer support its weight, Alex gets to pull back from behind, and you can see the throat as the eyes slowly pop out, seeping through it, and the head is off. You, on the other hand, get this weird stenchy smell on you as the goo kind of seeps down your clothes.
Which one of us?
Alex.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, perfect.
This is where I strip.
Next is Luke. Luke has the pipe. Luke sees the two of you have taken care of, the three of you have taken care of the two zombies down there. He looks up at the big one. No. And he starts running towards you guys to get behind and back. Then it is Ernest.
All right.
No, isn't it Felix? Wasn't that?
Oh, sorry, Felix.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't
I
forget
almost skipped
my
you, I'm sorry.
nerd.
Felix is quite frightened, but he's not telling anyone. He's trying to put on a brave face, and he holds his shotgun and then decides that the child is more important to protect than running at any danger. Because otherwise, the child wouldn't have a shotgun to protect it. So I go over to the child and stand next to it, put like a hand on his shoulder, being like, "It's going to be okay," and stand there all protecting.
So you're ready to protect Julian in case something happens to come near.
Yes.
Excellent choice. Ernest, you see this as Felix stands next to you, agreeing to protect the child, and what do you do?
Well, I would have assumed that we could run in the direction of where they've taken care of the zombie. Have they taken completely, like, them out?
It seems like they're dead for the second time, yes.
Okay, well then I sort of
The
usher the Julian and like I guess Felix, I don't know, see if Felix follows or whatever, in that direction as well, along with Luke.
You signal to them at that you want to go this way.
Mm.
You just kind of nods. He's a little bit hiding in your shirt right now, but he follows you.
Yeah.
Then we have the big one. It can hear its friends dying, and you're not very quiet with your stamping and your beheading and your cracking of bones. And it is.
I did roll for stealth.
You did roll for stealth, for getting behind it, but
Well, I didn't for bashing in its skull.
before it was kind of slow. Now it's slowly gaining speed, and it feels like every time it steps, it just gets faster and faster. Like as soon as it builds up force, it's just not stopping. And now that it's closer, you can see the entire shape of it just kind of bouncing as it gets closer. It looks like somebody took somebody and filled them with water, but inside of it there's like when the light shines right, you can see pieces of skulls or hands, feet, bone fragments just float around inside of this ginormous blob that still kinda has a head, but it's more like a hole for swallowing. You can see tiny holes where this liquid leaks out and leaves black scorch marks behind. But it's getting real close. Gabby has seen this, and she looks back, and she's about to run. But it's like she's not really fast enough considering how much speed it's gotten. And David notices this, and he just runs back, grabs her hand, and says, "Let's go," and pulls her up in front of him to like push her before him. Back at the top, we have Alex.
David's about to die.
I don't want it.
Fuck.
Do you want my gun? We can swap.
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think what the military training that I've gotten would do right now.
5,
Take the gun and shoot.
2, 1.
All right, I take the gun, and if we're gonna do this epically, if somebody's gonna die, we're gonna do this fucking epically.
Don't kill
Fuck
my
this shit.
boyfriend.
I take the gun and I run over and push David out of the way and take aim towards this thing's head and repeatedly fire 2 shots up into the head.
you as Felix runs past you, you just kind of yank the gun out, and he's like, "Sure, take it." And you run back towards it. You can't really get to David. You have to take the shot from an angle, and you can only fire once. But you have a good feeling about this. Roll for ranged attack.
9.
You fire at this beast, and you fire at its head, and it's like, sure, it grazes off of its skull, but it's like its mouth is open, and the bullets just kind of go in and it swallows most of the shot. It's clear to see that it's not very satisfied with this thing entering its body. It kind of slows down a little bit. It's like very much not satisfied, and it's very, very pissed off now. Grace, it's your turn. Cosmo, you're next.
Yeah. I see that the goo is clearly acidic. I am gonna take my lighter from earlier, and I'm gonna yell to David and Alex, "Get back!" And I'm gonna throw the lighter, hopefully into the mouth, like opening up the lighter. I have street sense, so I would know how to do this. Opening up the lighter and trying to set it a little flame, and just throw the fucking lighter.
In your moment of brilliance, you run back towards it, trying to throw this makeshift Molotov cocktail.
Kinda.
And roll for a ranged attack.
12.
You throw it, and this monster is used to swallowing everything that comes in its path. Just kind of globs up over it, and for a moment nothing happens. It seems to just have swallowed it, and it's still continuing on its path. But then something happens inside of it, and these guttural sounds emanate from within it, and you can see tiny bursts happening inside of this liquid fluid, and it pops, just splooches out in an explosion towards both Alex and David. Alex,
Run!
Shit.
defense.
Sorry.
Defense.
A defense, yes. That's just a pure roll, right? Or can I add stuff to that?
Nope.
Alright. Where's that? 9! Good at rolling 9s, apparently.
You see the lighter being thrown, and you just kind of jump out of the way because you are not gonna stay there when it explodes. And David also sees it, and he tries to run back and outside of the way towards Gracie, like looking both directions at once, like, "Are you okay?" You can just see the concern on his face.
I'm just gonna hug him and kiss him all
It's
over.
splashed with this acidic thing, and he walks towards you, like, Gracie, Pumpkin, are you okay? And you can slowly see how this liquid just kind of crawls back over his shoulders, on his arms, and that's when he starts to notice that something is wrong, and it crawls up his face, and he's like, "Oh no, we're not." And the light in his eyes just snaps out in a moment, and David is no more. And he's heading towards Grace. Cosmo, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my pipe as hard as I can and hopefully decapitate him.
Make a ranged attack.
Okay. 13.
You turn around and you just throw the pipe. One of your friends is in danger, and the adrenaline is surging through your body. You move a little faster than you used to. Like, you can feel yourself just you have speed, man. As you hurl this pipe like a projectile towards the zombie face, it hits a little lower than you wanted to, and it hits the chest, ripping off the arm. That's how fast you throw it. And he's no longer reaching towards Grace, but is instead snapped as he tries to move closer. Felix, it's your turn. After that, it's Ernest.
Is the child safe?
The child is running. The child is currently focused on running and holding on to Ernest and is ignoring everything that's happening around him.
Okay. Can I run and like run and jump and grapple and like tackle Gracie out of the way?
You can. What skill would you like to use?
Urban tracking?
That's sorry, that's not gonna make it. Just roll wild then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I resist in any way or notice?
Yes, you are allowed to roll a defense.
I would like to roll defense. Just
You don't want to get saved?
Otherwise, we lay down on the ground and he's gonna just go and then chomping on us.
But it's like out of the way of him and he's already falling.
I'm gonna roll to notice so I don't.
Sure, roll some sort of just straight dice. Both of you.
11.
5. I don't know the shit.
Felix, you run up towards her, just not thinking at this point. All you can see is Grace in danger. And you run up and you just kind of grab around her waist, ready to like run further with her. And Grace, you're half gone. Like all you can see is Dave, no longer David. And you just feel someone grab you, and that's when you notice the warmth of a hawk behind you, dragging you to safety.
I'm gonna be screaming because I can't really just fathom the fact that David is no more. So I'm just gonna keep on screaming his name while I'm being pulled away.
You are screaming your sore throat roll as it becomes Luke,
tears streaming down my face, just crying.
Your mascara ruined. Luke is off and running. Ernest, it's your turn.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna keep running. I'm gonna not run too far away, so I've still got like an eye on Grace and Felix, but I guess as I sort of stop wherever is right at the edge of that, I'm gonna try to sort of calm Julian down again.
You can feel him like questioning, why are people screaming? Is she dead? Did she die?
I'm gonna sort of just
shake in your arms right now.
What?
He's just shaking. Like he was not built for this.
I'm gonna sort of tell him that it's okay, follow my breathing, and then I'm gonna sort of like take deep long breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and that kind of stuff.
Do you have controlled breathing?
I do. I'm gonna roll a controlled breathing then. That would be a 10.
He seems to catch on pretty quickly, and he just with you, and he's not shaking as much anymore, but he's still holding on tight to you. He does not want you to let go. Then you see Gabby. She was kind of running from this thing, and then David saved her, and she's now standing right next to him. And she does not know what to make of this. She wants to get out of there really fast, and she just sprints past Felix and Grace, saying, "Come on, let's get out!" And then we're back at Alex.
Yeah, sorry, just dealing with the emotion of me. I honestly thought that we were both going to die at that point, but all right. So what's the situation right now? Everybody's basically sprinting like one direction, with Felix trying to pull Gracie away, I presume.
Yes.
That's basically the situation right now. Okay. And David, or what remains of David, is on the floor.
Yes. Not on the floor. He is shambling towards Grace, or where Grace was.
Okay, I would like to use the same technique I used on the other zombie, on that one, and then continue to sprint away and grab both Gracie and Felix to get away.
You don't have time for both. You either attack the zombie or you grab the other zombie.
I'll attack the zombie so we're clear first.
With the strangling?
Yes. Same thing I did
before. A melee attack.
And then plus my melee attack. 8.
8. You get behind it, or more like in front of it, and then you just kind of drag it over its head. It tries to reach out for you, but it's clear that its mind isn't at you. And you easily get the wire around its neck and just pull, trying to tear open the throat of it. And as you do, it's the eyes are still following Grace, and you notice that it just kind of mouths at you before the head comes clean off.
What did it mouth? Sorry, you bugged out for me just as you said that.
Sorry. Crazy. As the head comes clean off and is tumbling towards the ground, and the body still kind of moving towards her, flumps down after.
I mean, it's a pretty effective weapon, to be honest.
The thing that had latched onto it seems to be some sort of liquid, and it slowly seeps away from the body and down the ground, scorching it.
That's comforting.
But yeah, that was the last zombie.
Nice. So can I go and get my pipe again?
Yes, you can go get your pipe.
Nice.
I'm
So
just
Grace,
gonna hold real tight around Gracie. Most comforting hug I can.
Like I'm bawling my eyes out, just like in his chest. His shirt is soaked by this point, and just basically just like, I killed my boyfriend. I killed him. It's my fault. I shouldn't have thrown the lighter. And just keeps repeating that over and over, and just.
I'm just standing over the corpse of David, just like trying to get my breathing under control and trying to calm down, but like, fuck.
Yeah.
I think that's the only word to describe it. It's just fuck.
I'm gonna try and hold myself over the mouth because I'm realizing that we should be quiet. I'm just gonna hold myself over the mouth.
As you're realizing you should be quiet, Ernest, you notice that something is giving a sound off near where you're standing, not behind you, but from further up the street. And you kind of sort of see, not a horde of zombies, but like 3 or 4 more slowly come shuffling, like kind of interested. They heard something in this direction, and you know that if you get there, within the next 30 seconds, they're gonna block off the path for you to get out.
Guys, we're gonna have to move right now because there are zombies up there that are gonna block us off. We need to move right now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Can I? How large is Julian?
He's 10 years old, so 120-ish.
So I probably couldn't pick him up. I mean,
Piggyback him.
yeah.
You're a grown man. You could easily pick him up.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. All right. Yeah, I'll pick him up and sort of carry him.
And he just lets you pick him up because you're probably a little bit safer and feels nice to hug somebody. You know, just follow the breathing.
Yeah.
But you all gather up, and if you all run very quickly, you can still get there on time.
Quick question.
Yes.
Are we running the way that the big guy came from?
No, the opposite direction.
Okay. Real quick before, I'm gonna, just get out of Felix's grasp. Real quick, go over to the body of David and rip a necklace from his throat, from his chopped off head, and
Yes.
put it in my pocket and sprint after the other.
You
I
do
find that's
that.
quite ironic while I'm just standing there, just like
I'm
with the
gonna
steel
pull
wire in my
Alex
hand.
with me,
You
I'm
just
gonna
come
take
running.
my hand and just we gotta go.
You guys are running. You see Cosmos like a few meters ahead of you. You did not know when he got this fast, but he is ahead of you, and he is beyond that corner before it even becomes a threat. And the rest of you are trying to follow along. Ernest is a little bit slower because he has a kid and he has a metal door. He's trying to balance it all. And I would like for you to roll some sort of either acrobatics or.
Can I ask him if he wants me to take the metal door off him?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Take the metal door
Alex
off,
takes the
off
metal
him.
door. You still need to roll.
Yes.
Handling a kid.
Both of us, or
Yes, both of you.
So,
powerlifting?
It's relevant, yes.
controlled breathing or military sciences or something?
Do you have acrobatics and sports?
I do not.
Then it's just a straight roll.
Oh. Oh no.
Well, 6.
6 for you.
7.
Oh, thank you. When?
What did you roll?
7.
7. Okay, so the door is very unhandy. But you know, it's kind of like if you just hold it, you're just gonna have to hold on tight. Just keep running and just ignore the numbness of your fingers. You can do that. You can do.
Yeah.
The kid is slightly strange, but he's holding on tight to you, and you figure out that if you just have one hand around him, you can use the other to gain momentum. And it feels like he's slipping a couple of times, but you jump him up again and keep running. And you all get behind the corner, and you can hear the zombies behind you, but if you keep running, they're slower than you, and you are safe. You can see Luke and Gabrielle standing a little further out, kind of waiting for you, but also ready to run if it turns out.
I'm gonna poke Felix and just you need to still keep leading us.
Yeah, sure. Just, gather myself a little bit and then keep leading them on the safest route. Should I roll again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I give Felix a reassuring pat on the back, like, you can do it. Come on.
So how far ahead am I?
Unless you keep running, if you keep running, you lose sight of them at some point. But you can still stay with them.
Okay.
I got 11.
11. The adrenaline of the fight is kind of keeping you going, and you have suddenly gained a lot of confidence from your friends supporting you in this. And you are running, and you are leading them right to a house. It's looks like something you would find in a fairy tale. The blue painted walls, roses, or what used to be roses, growing up along them, a mossy straw. I forgot the word for it again. God damn it. Roof.
Cabin.
Um,
Roof,
a mossy
cabin.
straw. Windows. Some of them have been pushed in, and it's looking a little bit saggy. But it seems dry and it seems safe, and the doors seem very sturdy. These are like heavy wooden doors with clanking locks. And you think this might be a good place. You're a little further out from the city now. It's very quiet, like too quiet. Normally, when you stand at a place like this, you hear cars or birds or something, but there's just nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered the world of Hansel and Gretel.
Let's just get inside.
Yeah.
You get the door open. It's a little bit rusty and has to be maneuvered a little bit. But you get inside, and once you're inside, you kind of feel safe. Like,
Can
really-
I use the iron door as like a like, you know, on like giant gates from the Middle Ages, you could put, they had those holders where you put a plank in and then it would block the.
Oh, there's
door from
already
opening.
one.
Huh?
There's already one. That's how the works.
Oh, okay.
It is past what you will probably think is 23. It's nearing midnight. It's getting very dark outside. It's actually pitch black outside, and it was kind of a miracle that you found your way out here.
Woo, Felix.
But you can feel that tiredness of the adrenaline washing out of the system kind of getting to you. All the emotional distress that has happened. It's very overwhelming.
We need to sleep. We also need to take shifts. 2 people at a time.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay at the first shift.
Who will stay up with him? I'll
I
take
will.
second. I'll take second.
I'll join for second.
Who
Luke
takes
and
third?
Gabrielle are like, yeah. You tried to shoot me. I would like to stay awake for the first half of the watch too, just because we don't really trust you guys.
That's 1 and 2 taken care of. Who takes third and fourth?
Gabrielle said, I am probably gonna stay up all night anyways, trying to figure out why our little ritual thingy didn't work.
Gabrielle, speaking of that, I would very much look all the notes that you.
Sure. Come sit with me at the rest of the table that's left. There's like half a dining table that seems to have been.
You 2 take third then.
You get to roll an occult.
Who's going first?
12.
12.
Yes.
Great. You and Gabrielle studied the notes for a good while, and I will get back to you. What do the rest of you do?
Well, we haven't really finished like taking care of the rest of the shifts yet. Like who takes what throughout the night.
Yeah,
So we have the first one, which is Cosmo and Luke, and we have the second one, which is me and Felix. Then we need a third one, which I'm thinking Gracie and Gabrielle can take, and then
Yeah, sure.
I'll wake up again and take the fourth one with Ernest.
alright.
I don't care which you decide. I don't care.
Brilliant. That's a plan. Well, the people that are not taking, keeping an eye on things, sleep. We're gonna need it.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I should finish up doing that. You also pack down your notes and decide to restudy them later, when it's your shift anyways. Who takes the first watch?
It was me.
That is
Yes,
Cosmo
just
and
you.
Luke.
And
Yeah,
Luke,
me and Luke.
That's Cosmo and Luke.
Luke is looking suspiciously at you all throughout the night. Do you have anything like wilderness survival or something?
Yeah, actually do.
Oh, you do. How
Yep.
interesting.
Should I just roll? 6.
6.
Yeah.
Nothing really seems to happen. It's a very quiet night. You don't really hear anything at all. Like it's very very quiet, and it's kind of unnerving. Second shift.
That is me and Felix.
Yes, both of you may roll any form of perception that you like.
How about visual arts?
You start painting on the wall the outside for details.
6.
This means social sciences. Ooh, 12.
Okay. Alex, in the distance, you can kind of hear something that sounds like machinery working. Specifically, a chainsaw. It's very very faint, but you can kind of hear it, and it's the rhythm of it makes it seem like it's cutting down something, but you can't hear trees falling. If you point this out, Felix can hear it too.
Well, I pointed out, of course, this is completely out of character. Fuck you. I tell Felix, and I tell the next shift that they have to be quiet. And I look them both in the eye and tell them, when I say quiet, I mean I want you to not even be able to be heard by mice. All right?
I know.
Goody. I tell Felix that he's done a brilliant job today, and tell the two others, Gabriel and Gracie, they've also done a great job today. And then I go collapse in a corner.
Excellent. Grace and Gabrielle sit up for the entire shift, trying to be as quiet as possible, but Gabrielle has a tendency to get very excited about all of this work. And
every time she gets a little too excited, I'm just gonna
you find out that most of this text that you're reading is in some sort of Latin-ish language, and the reason that she's the one in charge is because she's actually a doctor and she knows some Latin. It's not at all what she has studied, but she was the one with the best guess.
Can I read more Latin because I have foreign cultures?
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm. Can I roll for it?
Sure.
Because since I study the occult very viciously, it may come in handy. Let's see. Yeah. 8.
You point out a few words that you're more familiar with, stuff like rituals, souls, and pentagrams, and all that. And suddenly she's piecing things together, and you notice that one of the sigils that she painted doesn't actually mean, to transport something from someplace else. It means to exchange two things.
Gabrielle, you were supposed to exchange something, correct?
Yes. No, we were supposed to.
Yeah, you were supposed to transport something, but you exchanged something.
What?
Yes, and the sigils you made. Did you make those back in the hangar?
Yeah.
You summoned something. You summoned something.
Yeah, we summoned you guys.
Yeah, but you made an exchange. You didn't transport anything. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Claude is back at ours, or maybe, just maybe, you brought something into the real world that shouldn't be there. Vice versa.
Very, very bad. Okay, well,
this is very, very bad.
No matter what, we still have to get new components for this ritual thingy.
What
do you know what we had to go through to get them?
What do you need?
Oh, we just need the very, very approachable ingredient of human souls.
And how do you get that?
From the crazy people who seems to worship some sort of god that craves human sacrifices.
And what is that kind of god?
We have only heard him spoken of as the Dark One, the Horned God. They have said words sometimes sound like cider, like Sidon.
Does that mean anything to me?
Roll occult.
13.
You have heard this. It's like a very old, not pagan. It's like it's one of those things you hear from horror movies that kind of sort of exist. Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of like old heathen god.
Yeah. It seems to have some sort of relation with Satan, but really it's like, religion's weird. But it's a god that demands human sacrifice, and it's kind of like a cannibalistic.
Do I know what kind of god it is? Like, what does it symbolize? Is it of the earth, harvest, just anything?
It is of death, survival, and cannibalism, and blood, and all that nasty stuff. It's gotten a bit washed out over time.
Okay. Well, I've heard of it before. Yes, I have. It's an old heathen god. It's basically the god of human sacrifice and death, and the core animalistic evil that is within every human.
That sounds very much like the thing we found.
What did you find?
Them murdering people and ripping something out of them and putting it into that crystal thing.
It makes sense. Okay, they put it. Wait, I have some of that crystal dust.
It seems kind of destroyed now.
I know, but I maybe can I analyze what kind of crystal it is? From the dust. Huh?
Physical sciences.
I don't, but I know somebody who does.
Exactly. Then you can ask them.
Yeah. Can I go over and wake him up?
You are welcome to go wake him up.
I'm gonna go and just like shake him. Hey, Felix!
What? Are you okay? Is everything okay?
I'm fine. You just need to look at this and tell me which kind of rock it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold a little glass with like some dust in it. Crystal dust. I need to know what kind of rock this is. I know it sounds crazy, but you just gotta believe me. Just look at it. Take a look at it.
Okay, I'll have a look. Try and wake up a bit and look at it. Physical sciences. Ooh. 13.
13.
I do so much the second I wake up in the morning.
You're like, I have done this before. This is like studying. Got it. Oh no, I don't have my cup. You take it and you kind of pour it out and grind it over your fingers, and you can feel that it has, the structure of a quart against your fingers, and you kind of sniff it, taste it a little bit, and you kind of narrow it down to it might be some sort of trigonic quartz. It's basically a clear quartz that has tendency to gather these lumps.
Well, it tasted like corn, so I can tell you that it is a trigonical quartz that is see-through and has a tendency to gather lumps. And I think it is indeed those lumps that taste like corn to me. The rest of it kind of tastes like a mixture of wheat and dirt. But I am quite sure that it is that rock. How does this help you?
It's Alex, the long story short is, they we're dealing with something you don't like. We're dealing with my kind of science.
And you came to me for scientific help.
Yeah, see how it actually can work together for one.
Well, this
I'm
part
sorry.
worked at least.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little emotional after seeing my boyfriend die, and basically blaming myself for setting him fire. Thank you. You can go back to sleep. I got everything. You're amazing. Nice. Amazing. I give him a little, very, quick little peck on the forehead, and then I leave.
Excellent.
Well,
Right.
That is about what you find out on your shift. The last fourth shift is
Me and Ernest.
Me, can I, before the girls go completely to sleep, just pull Grace to the side and go, "Are you okay?"
Uh, Honestly, no. I have no idea what all of this is. I have a hunch, and also, I basically incinerated my boyfriend, or basically dipped him in acid. That was just been even better.
Yeah.
At least that would have been faster.
Look, it's rough, but it's frankly it's tough being out here, and I think it's almost good not to be experiencing all of this.
I just really hope that I wake up at some point with the worst hangover and just having my David sleeping next to me. And that's all I want.
Yeah.
But thank you for checking up on me anyway. I just really need some sleep.
Yeah. It's important that we keep good care of each other, all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, but
Get yourself some sleep.
I'm getting. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm gonna go go basically curve to like fall in the corner and just trying to sleep.
then it is your watch. What do you do? Roll perception first of all.
Well, do I have to do that again?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've been to sleep. Never mind. 8. That's cool.
And again, can I use military sciences or?
That's
Sure.
what I've been using
Alright,
constantly.
yeah, because don't really have anything else for that. I think. All right, I got 6.
It's also quiet. At some point, you think the sun was supposed to go up.
Ah. Just a second. Can you repeat that?
Yes. Instead of the sun going up, it just kind of seems to get a little bit lighter. It's still deadly quiet. The chainsaw sound from before isn't there. But it's still, there's this weird smell in the air, kind of coppery and sour. It's morning, I think.
I'd like to, while it's my shift, I'd like to look for shit I can make more ammunition out of.
How ammunition?
Military sciences.
I mean, you can make bullets, if that's what you're thinking.
No, I don't want to make bullets. I want. Well, that's the beautiful thing about shotguns. They can fire almost everything.
Go for a look around the house.
Can I? What do I need to use there? Police sciences or military sciences?
Police sciences would be ideal.
Then 10.
10. You walk around, you find some cutlery. It's very much not a complete set. There is broken glass, one like tree wooden mug. And you just walk around the house, you find anything would be in an old house. There's a bed that is blown up, a shelf that isn't really working anymore with a jar of vicious stuff in it. It was probably something that had been pickled a time ago. It's like it will eat you if you try and open it. There is what used to be some sort of fridge thing, but inside it there isn't really much. There is some candied that seems to be kind of okay looking. But other than that, you don't really find anything of particular interest.
Okay. Well, I take the canned candy like as an emergency ration. Do I find any like sort of things that can be used as a weapon?
Other than the forks, you can try and break legs off chairs or stuff like that. But
Nothing useful. Fair enough. Well, yeah, I don't really have anything else to do.
no, but you self-reflect a little bit, and you kind of think to yourself back there. Felix kind of took charge while you were just walking around trying to do stuff, but you didn't really. You weren't the one taking the lead.
Can I argument against that?
No.
GM has decided.
And you feel bad for a moment. You feel like you should take charge more often. You're the one with military knowledge. You're the one who's supposed to call out orders, tell people to go where. And here, Felix is leading you places, and Ernest is the one discovering shit. And you kind of regret it and want to go back, but you also know you can't. And letting go of that just makes you feel stronger. You lose 1 sanity. And I have a thingy for you, if I can find the right thingy.
I was protecting everyone.
But were you taking charge? Here you go. You can kind of feel like yourself square up, and the fibers of your muscles kind of rip apart and reassemble, and it's very painful. But after that, you feel stronger.
Cool.
Ernest, you on the other hand, you decide to keep watch outside, and you shortly glance over at Julian and Gabrielle and Luke, and for a moment it kind of seems like something is wrong with Luke. Like there's 2 of him, but you blink and it's gone. You might just be tired.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It is late. Or early. However you look at it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take some time to sort of kind of not meditate as such, but like sit and calm down after what has happened.
Yes.
And I think also just keep my ears open as I sort of sit and breathe. Just listen as intently as I can.
Yes. You sit down, you breathe, you meditate, and the words of "this place changes you" keeps getting stuck with the image of him, but you let it flow out, and everybody else wakes up, I guess. It was a dreamless sleep. Nothing happened at all. You know those nights where you just wake up and it doesn't feel like you slept at all?
Oh shit.
Ain't no rest. But if you have taken damage, that one, you heal 1 minor damage. one person who actually took damage. And good morning. The instant Gabrielle wakes up, she is back at the table, trying to go through her notes, trying to make sense of everything again.
Yeah, this as well.
Grace?
Yeah.
I have like a little because I am of an fucking witch. I always have my little bag, my essentials, and I have my little plant book that I always bring because that's what I use in what my oils and burns and sages and God. I wanna I'm gonna tap Alex on the shoulder. I'm gonna go outside and see if I can find some herbs, medical care, food, anything. Will you cover my back?
Are you absolutely shot in your brain?
No, I'm thinking that weapons is probably not the only thing we're gonna need if we're gonna be stuck in here for a while. We need food. We need emergency care if anybody gets hurt. I'm asking you to cover my back. Please.
Fine.
Thank
Let's go.
you. I take out my little book of herbs and I go outside and see if I can find anything useful, either as a medical or anything for occult, like.
Do you
like
have biological
cleansing.
sciences?
Huh?
Or did I? Yes, biological sciences.
Actually, I do not. I have medical, just medical.
Medical isn't the same.
Fair.
I can join if you want.
If you would like, again, there are some things I know, like occult use, but for general use, like I know how to apply them, but I don't really know. I know which ones
go
are
like,
edible.
look, you both have different aspects of medical science, whatever you want to call it. Both of you come out. Done deal.
Yeah, and you be the muscle.
Yeah.
Good.
Sure.
Let's go then.
I grab the metal door and pull out the shotgun.
Excellent.
I am riot control now.
Ernest?
Can I just add, Alex, bring a iron pipe or something as well, and use the shotgun as a last resort, please.
No, I've got my my reinforced steel wire.
Okay,
That's
good.
been going pretty well for me.
Yes, good, because that's loud, that shotgun.
Oh yeah, definitely. What we heard last night.
Yeah.
I ain't taking chances like that.
Customer, what are you doing in all this?
I'm gonna ask Ernest to go on an adventure with me. So I go.
So
Okay.
we're doing the exact thing you're
The
not
other ones,
supposed to do
the
in
other
horror
ones are
movie.
going, so we should have some fun too.
You are going outside and splitting the party. And what will happen?
They already split the party. So.
And what's gonna happen? We will take next time. We're gonna end it here for tonight with you guys awake, hungry, and splitting the party, like any smart horror movie cliche.
Yay!
You guys survived your first zombie horde attack, and you now have a kind of sort of lead on how to get home. Just need human souls.
I haven't told anybody yet, but yeah.
Well, it's always fun. Have traumatic experiences.
Have lost your first party member.
Decapitating one of your best friend's boyfriends.
You decapitated my boyfriend. I thought we were friends.
Average Thursday evening.
Casually. But to those at home, thank you very much for watching and following along. We will be back next Sunday, exact same time, same place, same people. And in the meanwhile, if this has gotten a bit of blood on your tooth, do check out Dystopia the DK, where you can find more about Dystopia Entertainment, our merch shop, which has some awesome merch. And I'm not the merch because it's super comfortable, but it's nice. We also have lots of pictures from different events if you want to see how this world looks. And we have a video series about it's called Corona vs. Monsters, and hashtag stay the fuck home, about what you can do to save yourself from Corona. And if you want to support this project and Dystopia Entertainment in general, do support us over at Patreon or donate on mobile pay at 51335. You can only do this if you're from Denmark, sadly. But go on, check it out. We have all stuff waiting for you, a whole world just waiting. Woo.
Bye.
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 Wash your hands.
Yes.
Keep your distance. Wash your hands.